Justin Bieber personal life. As Bieber resides in the United States, he is reported to possess an O-1 visa for temporary resident status, based on extraordinary ability or achievement in a field. Bieber has stated that he is not interested in obtaining U.S. citizenship. He has praised Canada as being the best country in the world, citing its government-run healthcare system as a model example. In September 2018, TMZ reported that Bieber had begun the process of becoming an American citizen upon marriage to Hailey Baldwin. Relationships. Bieber's father, Jeremy Bieber, is a former carpenter and pro-am mixed martial artist. In March 2014, Rolling Stone characterized Jeremy as having split with Justin's mom when Justin was a toddler, and wasn't always around afterward. But he has, as of late, accepted a place of honor in his superstar son's entourage. In December 2010, Bieber began dating Selena Gomez. After separating in November 2012, they reconciled a few weeks later before splitting up again in January 2013. They later reconciled for a few months in each of 2013, 2014, and 2015. Late in 2017, it was reported that they had gotten back together again. However, they broke up again in March 2018. Bieber became engaged to Hailey Baldwin on July 7, 2018. They had briefly dated from December 2015 to January 2016 before splitting, then reconciled in May 2018. Bieber and Baldwin reportedly obtained a marriage license in September 2018, leading to reports that they had a civil marriage ceremony at that time, with a religious ceremony to come shortly. On September 14, Baldwin stated on Twitter that she and Bieber had not yet married, but deleted the tweet afterward. On November 23, 2018, Bieber stated he was married to Baldwin. Beliefs. Bieber's mother is Christian and raised him in that faith. Bieber has described himself as a faithful adherent of Christianity, said he communicates with God via prayer, and that he's the reason I'm here. He reflected his faith in a music video with Brandon Burke, titled #IPledge, in which he talks about God's forgiveness. He was baptized by Pentecostal pastor Carl Lentz of Hillsong Church, New York, who is a close friend, on January 9, 2014, after a born-again experience. On his Purpose tour he invited his pastor Judah Smith up on stage. Many of Bieber's tattoos have religious significance, including the medium-sized cross on his chest and a tiny cross under his eye. Bieber also covered up the Son of God text tattooed on his abdomen with a large design that features two angels, Gothic arches, a skeleton and a serpent. Regarding sexual abstinence, Bieber told music magazine Rolling Stone in 2011, "I don't think you should have sex with anyone unless you love them." He added that he does not believe in abortion, and that it is like killing a baby. When asked about the case of abortion with regard to rape, however, he said, "I guess I haven't been in that position, so I wouldn't be able to judge that." His view on sexual orientation is quoted as everyone's own decision, and he has contributed to the It Gets Better Project, a non-profit group aiming to prevent suicide among LGBT youth. Philanthropy. Bieber supports Pencils of Promise, a charity founded by Adam Braun, the younger brother of Bieber's manager. The organization builds schools in developing countries, and Bieber became manager for the organization's campaign in Guatemala. He serves as a celebrity spokesman for the organization by running ads for the charity and its campaign Schools for All. He promises to visit schools that donate the most funds to the organization. He takes part in the charity's fundraising galas and donates parts of the proceeds from his concerts and Someday line of fragrances, and various merchandising to the charity. He also appears in an animal welfare PSA for PETA encouraging people to volunteer at and adopt from animal shelters instead of buying pets from breeders or pet stores. In 2013, Bieber launched his online #GiveBackPhilippines campaign for helping the victims of Typhoon Haiyan and traveled to Philippines after raising $3 million. His work for the Philippines earned him a star on the Walk of Fame Philippines. He also supports Children's Miracle Network Hospitals and Alzheimer's Association. Legal issues and controversies. Bieber had several run-ins with the law around the world before his first arrest in 2014, including when he was accused of reckless driving in his neighborhood in 2012, and charged in Brazil with vandalism in 2013. One of his neighbors in Calabasas, California, accused Bieber of throwing eggs at his home on January 9, 2014, and causing thousands of dollars of damage. On January 23, 2014, Bieber was arrested in Miami Beach, Florida, together with singer Khalil, on suspicion of driving under the influence, DUI, driving with an over 6-month expired license, and resisting arrest without violence. Police said that Bieber told authorities he had consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and taken prescription drugs. He has been released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC, a principal constituent of cannabis, and the anti-anxiety medication Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest. Following Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration declined substantive comment on the petition. Immigration law expert Harlan York noted that the likelihood of Bieber being deported was extremely slim. York stated, "About a decade ago, the Supreme Court ruled that driving under the influence, typically, is not a basis to deport someone." On July 9, 2014, Bieber was charged with one misdemeanor count of vandalism in California for throwing eggs at his Calabasas neighbor's home in January. Police earlier claimed that they had video footage of him high-fiving friends after the eggs were thrown. With him pleading no contest to the charge, the Los Angeles County Superior Court sentenced him on July 9 to pay $80,900 in restitution, serve 2 years probation, complete 12 weeks of anger management, and 5 days of community service in what the district attorney termed a negotiated settlement. Since then, he has permanently moved to Beverly Hills, California. On August 13, 2014, the January DUI case was settled with a plea bargain. Bieber pleaded guilty to resisting an officer without violence and a lesser charge of driving without due care and attention. He was fined $500 and sentenced to attend a 12-hour anger management course and a program that teaches the impact of drunken driving on victims. As part of the plea bargain, he made a $50,000 contribution to Our Kids, a local children's charity. On September 1, 2014, Bieber was arrested and charged with assault and dangerous driving near his hometown of Stratford, Ontario, after a collision between a minivan and Bieber's all-terrain vehicle on August 29. Ontario police said that he then engaged in a physical altercation with an occupant of the minivan. He was released shortly and his lawyer blamed the incident on the unwelcome presence of paparazzi. On September 8, Toronto dropped an assault charge against him originally brought up on January 29 for an incident with a limousine driver in December 2013. In November 2014, he was ordered to appear in Argentina within 60 days by a Buenos Aires court to give testimony on an alleged assault on a photographer on November 9, 2013. When he failed to do so, an arrest warrant was issued and 2 of his bodyguards were released in Argentina in April 2015. In June 2014, a video emerged of a 15-year-old Bieber telling a joke about black people, which used the word nigger multiple times. In the same month, a second video showed a 15-year-old Bieber giggling as he croons his song One Less Lonely Girl, but parroting the main lyric as One Less Lonely Nigger, and stating that if he were to kill one, he would be part of the KKK. He apologized the day the latter was released. "Facing my mistakes from years ago has been one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with." In July 2017, the Chinese government banned Justin Bieber from performing in China. A Chinese Bieber fan reached out to the Beijing Municipal Bureau of Culture requesting the reason for the ban. The bureau released a statement, explaining Justin Bieber is a gifted singer, but he is also a controversial young foreign singer, and in order to maintain order in the Chinese market and purify the Chinese performance environment, it is not suitable to bring in badly behaved entertainers.